Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My 2 Cents, where I cover non-crypto related topics such as pop culture, sports, finance, science, and automotive. And today, I actually got a mixture of things here. Finance and science is going to affect both of those here in the future. This is a big deal here, and so you won't hear this type of news on the Peter Schiffs, Bill Holter, the David Morgans of the YouTubes. You just won't hear this type of information from them because this even threatens their business model and their ideologies about precious metals and how much value they will hold going forward in the future. This was actually in a Webbot report, Cliff High's Webbot report about silver, not gold, but silver being synthetically created. There's a process already available for that. I think I actually saw him talk about it on the Greg Hunter show. And I asked him, this is going to have a huge impact on the price of silver. It has to. If it can be synthetically created in a laboratory, then, a lot of these miners, junior, senior, all of them, are going to go out of business. And so, that's definitely what's going to happen. But now we have something from China. Looks like Chinese scientists have created a gold from copper. So we'll take a look at that in a second. This is crazy news. But first, my song pick for today, guys, is from the Professional album, DJ Clue, Rough Riders Anthem. This is a classic, and most of you know this. A crazy hot 90s joint right here. DMX killed it. The Locks killed it. Everyone killed it on this one. So shout outs to those who like this song. But yes, today, guys, we are going to be talking about this gold. Oh my God. When I saw this, I'm like, I have to report on this. And ironically enough, I saw it on a cryptocurrency website, a news website. News BTC. This definitely is a leg up for the crypto holders out there over the PMs. PM holders are just taking hits left and right. You've got suppression, in the COMEX, and then now this. I mean, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do now as a precious metal holder? You guys are definitely going to have to chime in the comments below, because I know this is going to be a heated debate. But hey, I'm here to bring the real, no twist, no spin to the news that I report on. It's just information for you to take action on and make your own decision about. So this is out of News BTC. Again, this is a cryptocurrency website. It says here, report, scientists turn copper into gold. Is the value of the metal in question? So I'm going to read this one first, because this is going to definitely have a spin, a bias towards cryptocurrencies, I would think. But then I have one from Business Insider, which may have less of a spin on it. So let's take a look at it here. Gold is often touted by many as the planet's best store of value. Those who believe this will offer the explanation that it is both finite and has a legitimate use case in the manufacturing of electronic products. Since humanity's appetite for the latest electronic gizmos seems to be ever increasing, demand for the shiny yellow metal should always be higher than the supply, thus leading to higher prices. But what if it was possible to replace gold used in manufacturing with an altogether cheaper material? And so it says here, Chinese scientists synthesize gold substitute in the lab. According to a report in the South China Morning Post, scientists from China have managed to create a material that behaves just like gold under certain conditions. They claim it can resist high temperatures, erosion, and oxidation in a way that has only been previously observed in precious metals. This will certainly lead to a drop in the demand for gold in the manufacturing industry, since the new material is much cheaper to create than gold is to buy. The team of modern-day alchemists from the Dalian Institute of Chemical Physics were able to create the material using copper blasted with heated electronically charged argon gas. This caused copper particles to be displaced from the surface, which cool to form a thin layer of sand. This sand-like substance was then placed in a reaction chamber where the team used it to turn coal into alcohol, a process that precious metals are typically best suited to. Professor Sun Jing and his team wrote of this discovery that the copper nanoparticles achieve catalytic performance extremely similar to that of gold or silver. Their findings were published in the journal Science Advances over the weekend. Although the new material serves the purpose of gold well in various manufacturing processes, it cannot be used to deceive people into believing it really is the much coveted yellow metal. It remains a similar density to copper and therefore would struggle to trick even those most experienced with precious metals. This fact could mean that it's finally possible to test the hypothesis of gold bugs such as Peter Schiff. Schiff and others have stated numerous times that their favorite precious metal serves as a good store of value because it is used in manufacturing. If their theories hold true, the price of an ounce of the shiny yellow element should already be dropping upon news of Chinese scientists' breakthrough. This could in turn leave an opening for another medium to be used as a planetary store of value, just as gold has historically. So that's the article written in News BTC about the scientists creating this synthetic gold. Oh man, I don't know. The price of gold has been increasing lately, but I think more so because of the result of what the Fed is doing with increasing interest rates. And you've seen a lot of volatility in the stock market. So I don't know if we can just quite yet say that the price of gold isn't affected by this. Let's see it actually get into the marketplace, this new substance or element they've created in the lab. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But again, there's already, rumors of silver being synthetically created. And, it sometimes takes the market a long time to create price discovery with a new technique or technology that will impact it over the long term. So we'll have to see. But I do want to show you guys the second article out of Business Insider, and let's see what they have to say and how they kind of spin and write this article about this new synthesized gold. So it says here, Chinese scientists have turned copper into a material that's almost identical to gold. So let's see what it says here. One of the headlines here says the new material will reduce the use of rare, expensive metals in factories, the authors say. It says here that a team of Chinese researchers have turned a cheap copper into a new material almost identical to gold, according to a study published on Saturday in a peer-reviewed journal, Science Advances. It says the discovery could significantly reduce the use of rare, expensive metals in factories. Professor Sun Jing and his colleagues at the Dalian Institute of Chemical Physics at the Chinese Academy of Science shot a copper target with a jet of hot electrically charged argon gas. The fast-moving ionized particles blasted copper atoms off the target. The atoms cooled down and condensed on the surface of a collecting device, producing a thin layer of sand. Each grain of sand had a diameter of only a few nanometers, or 1,000th of the size of a bacterium. The researchers put the metal in a reaction chamber and used it as a catalyst to turn coal to alcohol, a sophisticated and difficult chemical process that only precious metals can handle efficiently. The copper nanoparticles achieve catalytic performance extremely similar to that of gold or silver. Copper has a similar weight and look to gold. For centuries, it has attracted alchemists who saw it as a gateway to instant riches. The new material created by Sun's lab cannot be used to make fake gold pennies. Its density remains the same as the ordinary copper, but the process could prove lucrative and provide a significant boost for Chinese industries, according to the researchers. In fact, about 40 smartphones contain as much gold as a ton of ore It has been estimated copper cannot function as well as gold in industrial applications, mainly because there are fewer electrons, subatomic particles with negative charge buzzing around its nucleus. The electrons are also reactively unstable, so copper tends to react more easily when combined with other chemicals. The method developed by Sun's team can inject a large amount of energy into copper atoms and made the electrons more dense and stable, they said. The new material can resist high temperatures, oxidation, and erosion, according to the researchers. So hey, there you have it. No spin, no shot at Peter Schiff or any other gold bug. So this is just a straight up reporting of what the Chinese scientists have been able to do. I think personally, we haven't seen any effect on the price of gold yet. I think it will come because, simply put, once this process gets put into the manufacturing pipeline or workflow, it definitely will reduce the demand for gold and even silver in the near future. So just something for you guys to keep in the back of your mind as you guys do invest in precious metals. If you do, just keep this in mind. Technology at some point will catch up to what the universe, what God is able to do over millions of years. You see it done with diamonds, you will see it done with other elements for sure. So you just have to keep that in mind and just keep an open mind to these types of things. And really, this gives even a better case for digital assets, for cryptocurrencies, for Bitcoin. You know, at least Bitcoin, at least. You know, a lot of altcoins you can, you know, have your arguments against, but at least for Bitcoin, we can't replicate a Bitcoin. You can fork off and create your own coin, but the demand won't be there for it. But you cannot replicate one actual byte or value or Satoshi of Bitcoin. It's mathematically backed and proven every 10 blocks. Using math to create derive some type of intrinsic value is, hey, it's the future. So definitely, guys, let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think this is going to affect the price of gold and silver going forward? There was again, this isn't the same method that was used to create synthetic silver, but there are labs out there doing that as well. The cost is fairly high at the moment to create the synthetic silver, but you have to assume that over time that cost will come down and will truly affect silver as well. So again, make sure you guys comment about this. Is this going to affect the price of precious metals? I think so. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video, guys. It's your boy Crypto Blood, and that's my 2 cents for today. I'm out of here. Holla!